Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Game of Crowns is obviously a play on the words of Game of Thrones, although I guess you're kind of doing this. You're going to play a 3-round game, and in each round you're going to play a card. So you're going to have 3 actions really to do anything in this game. And normally what you'll be doing is playing a card, and you can have other people kind of bid on that, although there's very little reason for you to bid with other people. You have the little ravens or crows that you can give up, but I don't know why you would do that. There's a little fighting that goes on, but it's all just a really silly endeavor if you ask me. I didn't find the game to be fun. I didn't find the lack of actions to be interesting, and I wanted to do more in the game. If we're going to play a game, I want to do more than just 3 things, and it just really fell flat. I played this one 3 or 4 times. It just didn't work for any of the groups that I was with. There's just so many better games, and I feel like somebody had the Game of Crowns name, and they wanted to throw a game around it. This is one you should absolutely not look. Not a lot of fun in the box, not enough actions in the game. What you're doing isn't particularly interesting, and it's supposed to be this negotiation betrayal game, but there's very little to negotiate with in the game. Maybe future promises, but I don't know. You're probably better off just sticking your nose out of things and hoping things work out for you. Absolute pass for me. This will be a purge. So here is Game of Crowns, which is obviously a Game of Thrones ripoff, right? That's what they're going for. A game of diplomacy and betrayal. You got a guy on a throne. That is what they were going for. You're going to have a rule book when you open it up. We'll take a look at that in just a few minutes. And you're going to get these little black crows, which are meeples, if you will. And they are supposed to look like crows or ravens. And they do, black on black isn't going to work. And that's what they look like. Then you're going to get a bunch of cards that will sit in here. First thing you're going to notice is this box is way, way too big for cards and some ravens. You're going to have a round track. You're going to have how to make an attack, one for each of the players. And then you'll see your cards here. And it has really nice artwork on these cards. Here are the different characters that you can be. You can see that. And here are some of the raven cards. You have your defender and your attack. And those will all be mixed in. So let's take a look at some of these. So here's the an old man sitting there. You got the coinage. You got the feud. So you can see the icons are easy. The words are kind of stacked in here a little bit. The font is a good size though. And you have icons of what they are, so you can easily see here. And you can see the attacker and the defense, and they kind of repeat over and over and over again. But you do get enough cards here. Pretty big stack of cards, and that's the components. Different artwork in the front of the box. You can see here is the goal and a picture of the components. This is what setup will look like. The different house banners that you're going to have. This is a 6-player setup that they're going to showcase. How to play. Really, this is all of how to play a game right here. There's a scoring example. And then it goes into just kind of what the card effects will do, and that will explain some of the cards. All of this is written actually on the card. Then you have some variants, some strategy tips, etc. that you will have in the game, and then just fluff. This is just describing what the banners are, the houses in Game of Thrones, and then a quick reference on the back. I think the rulebook does a really good job. The rules are very simple. This is really all the rules are right here. You can be playing that in just a couple minutes, and the rest of it you can kind of fill in as you play. Setup for each player is very easy. You're going to have 4 of these ravens. You're going to have your attack and defend card for your banner. And then you have a set of 10 cards here that each player will get the exact same cards. Once you have these put out, you are set up. You're going to have the round tracker out, which will have a raven on it. So you can showcase that there's 3 rounds of the game. Then you're ready to play. Playing this game is really simple. Your first action is you can either play a card and then do what it says, or you can try to what they call making an exchange. Let me explain that first. Make an exchange, you place a card face up. Then each other player will play a card face up based on what their strategy may be. And then you can see here. Now at this point, you could just exchange your card and take somebody else's, and the exchange would be done. If you so choose, you could add a second card. Then if you do that, everybody else would also, in effect, be adding a second card all the way around the table. So you might see something like this guy going here, and maybe this guy adding that in, and etc. And then you can take what you want. Well, if that isn't good enough, people can add their ravens. So if you wanted to sweeten your pot over here, you could put a raven here and say, look, take my 2 cards and this raven. So that's basically what's going on here. You can make any negotiations and promises you want. I'll help you later, blah, blah, blah. There are no other currencies to exchange. The other thing you do is play a card, and you just kind of play the card and do what it says. The coinage, play this card and exchange it with a card taken randomly from the hand of another player. At the end of the game, gain 1 VP for each raven token you have. Play this card and exchange it with a card taken randomly from their hand. At the end of the game, gain 1 VP for each feud you have. And then you can also do this knight card that will allow you to attack somebody. Let's talk about that briefly, just briefly. So if you're the attacker, you're putting an attack card out. Everybody else will have an opportunity to attack with you or defend. You can also add ravens to the attack to make it a +1. You add up whoever has the most, and that player wins, and you'll be winning the ravens and the cards that you're able to play. So it kind of tells you here. So players vote for attacker or defender. Victor chooses either to take a card from the defeated or draw a guest card. Defeated gains raven tokens that are played against him. So you play a raven token and the attacker wins. The defender will be able to take those from you, but you will be stealing a card from them, which can be beneficial to you. The game only lasts 3 rounds, so you're going to have 1 action in the first round, an action in the second round, and an action in 3. So 3 totals is all you're going to get. At the end of the game, you count up all the VPs. For example, at the end of the game, gain 1 VP for each raven token you have. Whoever has the most VP at the end of the game is the winner. Who should buy this game? I mean, you're really going to have to like Game of Thrones and parody games of that. You're really going to have to like party games if you want something. This is going to go for your lighter gamers, even non-gamers who haven't played or heard of a lot of games. You know, if this is on a Target shelf, you know, perhaps it'd be better than a lot of stuff that's there. But, you know, with the gamers that we are, if you're watching this video, you probably played a lot of games. I would probably say, if this looks interesting to you, and if you like the Game of Thrones parody, I would say you probably want to try some before you buy, or just skip this one altogether. Absolutely a purge. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing games.